Dust is dancing in the gold, like the room is trying to tell me something. Warm patch on the pillow where I lay, and I don't remember the last time morning felt like a gift I didn't ask for. Curtains doing that lazy sway, like even they're not in a rush today. There's a bird outside that won't shut up, but for once I think I kinda love it. I used to wake up reaching for my phone, but right now I'd rather reach for this sunlight through the curtains, painting lines across my ceiling. I forgot that this was real. I forgot that I could feel this sunlight through the curtains, saying, hey, you're not behind, you're not late, you're not missing out, you're exactly on time. Made my bed, but then got back in, 'cause the sheets still smell like lavender and skin. No agenda, no tabs open in my brain, just the radiator clicking like a slow refrain. I used to think that still meant stuck. Turns out still is just enough. Sunlight through the curtains, painting lines across my ceiling. I forgot that this was real. I forgot that I could feel the sunlight through the curtains, saying, hey, you're not behind, you're not late, you're not missing out, you're exactly on time. Maybe healing isn't some big thing. Maybe it's just mornings where you breathe, and the light finds you before the noise does, and you let it, and you let it. Sunlight through the curtains, painting lines across my ceiling. I forgot that this was real. I forgot that I could feel this. You're exactly on time. Exactly on time.
Sun's barely up, but I don't gotta be. Sheets still warm and they're holding me. Coffee's calling from the kitchen down the hall, but honestly I'm good just doing nothing at all. Phone's on silent somewhere I can't reach. No one needs me, nothing left to teach. Windows cracked and there's a breeze that smells like spring. Swear I haven't felt this light in anything. Maybe I'll just lay here for a while. Let the morning do its thing. Saturday morning, no alarm, nothing's pulling at my arm, just the sunlight on the wall, and the sweet is kinda slow. Saturday morning, let it go. Every deadline, every scroll. I don't need to be somewhere, I'm already here. playlist off, just the quiet in me. Read a page, maybe two, lose my place. Funny how the best days start with space. Maybe I'll just stay here for a while. Let the morning be enough. Saturday morning, no alarm, nothing's pulling at my arm, just the sunlight on the wall, and the sweet is kinda slow. Saturday morning, let it go. Every deadline, every scroll, I don't need to be somewhere, I'm already here. No notifications, no plans to keep, just me in the morning falling back to sleep. And it's funny how the world keeps spinning fine when I finally take back what's mine. Saturday morning, no alarm, nothing's pulling at my arm, just the sunlight on the wall, and the sweet is kinda slow. I'm already here. I'm already here. I'm already here.
Oh, milk swirling in the green like a little piece of art. Ice cubes cracking, that's my favorite sound to start. Got my tote bag and my sunglasses on crooked. No destination, that's the point, I finally took it. Walking slow like I invented taking my time. Every stranger's dog is someone I need to say hi to. Corner bakery's got the door propped open wide, and the smell alone is reason enough to be alive. Nothing on the calendar, nothing I need to prove, just the kind of day that moves the way I want it to. It's a nice matcha kind of day, main character with nowhere to be. Sun on my face, straw in my drink, I'm romanticizing everything. It's a nice matcha kind of day. Farmer's market, flowers in a jar. Don't need a reason, don't need a plan, I'm finally living where I am. Found a bench under a tree that's doing too much. Petals falling like confetti, nature's a bit extra. Some kids laughing at a pigeon, honestly same. Simple things hit different when you're not inside a frame. Nothing on the calendar, nothing I need to chase, just the kind of day that fits the softness on my face. It's a nice matcha kind of day, main character with nowhere to be. Sun on my face, straw in my drink, I'm romanticizing everything. It's a nice matcha kind of day. Farmer's market, flowers in a jar. Don't need a reason, don't need a plan, I'm finally living where I am. They said slow down, I never got it till I tasted spring in a cup and a Saturday with nothing on it. Turns out the aesthetic I've been curating was just real life, patient and waiting. It's a nice match. matcha kind of day. Main character with nowhere to be. Sun on my face, straw in my drink. I'm romanticizing everything. I'm finally living where I am. Iced matcha kind of day.
Screen door slams behind me and I don't even flinch. Wood still cool from the morning hits the bottoms of my feet. Grass is wet between my toes and I'm not gonna lie. This is the most I've felt in weeks, and all I did was step outside. Air's got that thing, you know, that green and earthy thing. Like the rain last night left something clean on everything. Neighbor's wind chime doing its one job perfectly. And the mailman waved, I waved, and that was all we need. I forgot that my body knows things that my head keeps overthinking. Barefoot on the porch, and I can feel it all. The warm, the rough, the soft, the small. Been so up in my head, I missed what's underneath. Turns out the ground was holding me. Barefoot on the porch, no shoes, no rush, no walls, just skin on wood, and that's enough. Don't need a trip, don't need a view. I just needed something true. Cup of something warm, just sitting in my hands. Steam curling up like it's got nowhere else to land. A ladybug showed up, I let it walk across my thumb. 5 seconds of wonder, and I felt like I was young. I forgot that slow was somewhere I could go without a boarding pass or letting someone know. Barefoot on the porch, and I can feel it all. The warm, the rough, the soft, the small. Been so up in my head, I missed what's underneath. Turns out the ground was holding me. Barefoot on the porch, no shoes, no rush, no walls, just skin on wood, and that's enough. Don't need a trip, don't need a view. I just needed something true. They tell you go find yourself in faraway places, but I found me 3 steps from my door. Feet in the dirt, hands full of nothing, and somehow that was more. Barefoot on the porch, and I can feel it all. The warm, the rough, the soft, the small. Been so up in my head, I missed what's underneath. Turns out the ground was holding me. I just needed something true. Something true.
Woke up early on a Saturday for no one but me. Threw on something wrinkled, grabbed my keys in a reusable bag. Parking lot already packed with golden retrievers and strollers, and a guy playing guitar by the honey stand like he's headlining Coachella. Peaches so ripe they blush when you touch them. Free samples of jam that taste like someone's grandma loved me. A lady selling soap wrapped in brown paper and twine told me lavender would fix my life. I bought 3, she might be right. And then I see them right there by the corner booth. Sunflowers and daisies standing in a rusty tin. And something in my chest goes, oh, there you are. Farmer's market flowers in my hands, $5 of happy I didn't plan. Petals leaking color on my fingertips. This is the kind of rich I wanna live in. Farmer's market flowers on my kitchen table, proof that beauty doesn't need a label. Didn't buy them for a reason or a vase that matches. Just bought them 'cause the morning asked me to. Walked home slow with the stems poking out my bag. Some stranger smiled and said nice flowers, and I felt like I'd won something. Put them in the only clean jar I own. Kitchen looks like a Pinterest board I didn't even try for. And now I'm standing here with dirt under my nails, pollen on my shirt, and I couldn't look more real. Farmer's market flowers in my hands, $5 of happy I didn't plan. Petals leaking color on my fingertips. This is the kind of rich I wanna live in. Farmer's market flowers on my kitchen table, proof that beauty doesn't need a label. Didn't buy them for a reason or a vase that matches. Just bought them 'cause the morning asked me to. They'll wilt by Wednesday, I already know. But that's the thing about the good stuff, it's not meant to keep. It's meant to catch you off guard on a Saturday and remind you that you're soft, and that's not weak. Farmer's market flowers in my hands, $5 of happy I didn't plan. Petals leaking color on my fingertips. This is the kind of rich I wanna live in. 'Cause the morning asked me to. Yeah, the morning asked me to.
Seven tabs, 3 group chats, 2 emails I've been dodging. Screen time says I'm down bad. Honestly, it's not shocking. Thumbs just scrolling on its own like muscle memory or something. But today I'm trying something kinda dumb, kinda nothing. What if I just didn't? What if the world goes on and I just let it? I'ma leave my phone on the shelf, give the algorithm back to itself. No likes, no DMs, no wire text, just me and whatever happens next. I'ma leave my phone on the shelf, finally hang out with myself. The group chat's gonna be just fine. I'm logging out, this day is mine. Made some toast, burn it twice, but hey, at least I'm present. Stared out the window for like 10. It was kind of pleasant. Found a book I bought last year, still got the receipt inside. Page 1, chapter 1, and honestly, I feel alive. Turns out bored is kinda beautiful when you stop performing for a screen that doesn't care. I'ma leave my phone on the shelf, give the algorithm back to itself. No likes, no DMs, no wire texts, just me and whatever happens next. I'ma leave my phone on the shelf, finally hang out with myself. The group chat's gonna be just fine. I'm logging out, this day is mine. Battery at 3%, and I don't even flinch. Let it die, let it rest on the charger for a bit. I've been living through a 6-inch screen, but the real thing's wider than I've seen. I'll leave my phone on the shelf, give the algorithm back to itself. No likes, no DMs, no wired texts, just me and whatever happens next. This day is mine. Yeah, this day is mine.
Found a bench that's half in shadow, half in sun. Pick the sunny side, 'cause I'm not done being warm. Book's been sitting on my nightstand, growing dust for months. But something about today said bring it, so I bring it. Page 1 smells like coffee, and the friend who lent it to me, her handwriting in the margin saying wait for chapter 3. Joggers passing by like they've got somewhere real important. I've got 200 pages and I'm not competing. My thumbs are so used to scrolling, they forgot what turning pages feels like. Pages in the park, I'm disappearing into ink. No Wi-Fi needed for the places that I think. A whole world in my lap, and the breeze keeps finding me. This is the only feed I need. Pages in the park, time moves different when you read. An hour feels like 10, and 10 feels like a dream. Nobody liked it, nobody shared it, and that's exactly why it's mine. Dog came up and sniffed my shoe, I lost my place again. Owner said sorry, I said honestly, he's the best thing that's happened. Folded the corner down, I know that's controversial, but bookmarks are for people who don't live in the moment. My brain's been running tabs on everything, but a paragraph just closed them all at once. Pages in the park, I'm disappearing into ink. No Wi-Fi needed for the places that I think. A whole world in my lap, and the breeze keeps finding me. This is the only feed I need. Pages in the park, time moves different when you read. An hour feels like 10, and 10 feels like a dream. Nobody liked it, nobody shared it, and that's exactly why it's mine. Remember when stories didn't need a screen? When your imagination did the cinematography? I'm sitting on a bench, but I'm in someone else's world, and the ticket was just picking up a book and letting go. Pages in the park, I'm disappearing into ink. No Wi-Fi needed for the places that I think. This is the only feed I need, and that's exactly why it's mine. That's exactly why it's mine. Exactly. exactly why it's mine.
Grabbed a blanket with a stain from last September, some crackers and whatever cheese was left inside the drawer. Didn't even make it past the front yard, dropped it all right here. Turns out paradise was 20 steps from my front door. Ants already found me, guess I'm hosting now. Grass is kinda poking through the blanket, I don't mind. Neighbor's kid is staring at my grapes like a negotiation. Gave him 5, he ran away like he just pulled off a heist. No reservation, no aesthetic overhead, just me and some crumbs in the sky above my head. Front yard picnic, nothing fancy, nothing planned, just a plate on the ground and the sun across my hands. Don't need a garden party or a table set for 2, just need a patch of green and an afternoon to lose. Front yard picnic, this is all it ever takes. A little bread, a little light, a little room to breathe. Forgot that joy was this portable, forgot it lived this close to me. Laid back flat and watch the clouds do absolutely nothing. That one looks like a dog, that one looks like my rent is due. Close my eyes and let the warmth sit on my eyelids. Woke up 10 minutes later like I'd slept the whole night through. No itinerary, no content to create, just a nap on the lawn and the kind of fool that doesn't wait. Front yard picnic, nothing fancy, nothing planned, just a plate on the ground and the sun across my hands. Don't need a garden party or a table set for 2, just need a patch of green and an afternoon to lose. Front yard picnic, this is all it ever takes. A little bread, a little light, a little room to breathe. Forgot that joy was this portable, forgot it lived this close to me. We keep saving up for somewhere far away, booking flights to feel the thing that's already in our yard. But the good life's not a destination, it's a blanket on the ground, and the guts to sit there even when you think you should be doing more. Front yard picnic, nothing fancy, nothing planned, just a plate on the ground and the sun across my hands. Forgot that joy was this portable, forgot it lived this close to me. It lived this close to me, this close to me.
Fridge is humming, that's the only music on. Socks on tile, barely moving, barely gone. Don't know when I started swaying, don't know why. Something in the quiet asked my body to try. No song, no speaker, no one watching me, just the clock and the counter and the steam from my tea. Slow dancing in the kitchen, slow dancing in the kitchen. Nobody's watching, but I'm giving it everything. Slow dancing in the kitchen, slow dancing in the kitchen. This is what healing feels like when it doesn't have a name. One hand on the countertop, one hand in the air, eyes closed, head tilted, pretending someone's there. Or maybe I'm not pretending, maybe I'm just enough. A party of one who finally learned to show up. No playlist, no algorithm chose this mood. Just a Tuesday and a body remembering what it could do. Slow dancing in the kitchen, slow dancing in the kitchen. Nobody's watching, but I'm giving it everything. Slow dancing in the kitchen, slow, slow dancing. quiet little flower. I used to think you need a reason to dance. Turns out you just need a kitchen and a second chance. Slow dancing in the kitchen. Slow dancing in the kitchen. Nobody's watching, but I'm giving it everything. Slow dancing in the kitchen. Slow dancing.
Found a pen that actually works in the back of my junk drawer, and a card I bought 6 months ago for no one in particular. Sat down at the kitchen table, no idea what to say, but my hand just started moving and it carried me away. Dear whoever gets this, sorry for the messy cursive. I forgot how letters feel when autocorrect isn't working. Crossed out half a sentence, started over, left the scratch. 'Cause the mess is kinda honest and I wanna give you that. A text would take 10 seconds, but this takes the whole afternoon, and maybe that's the point. Handwritten letters, ink still wet. Every smudge a thing I meant. No delete key, no unsend. Just my heart and ballpoint pen. Handwritten letters sealed with time. Every word I chose was mine in a world of red receipts and quick replies. This is me slowing down to mean it. Told my mom I miss her cooking even though I never say it. Told my best friend she's the reason half my good days even happened. Drew a little sun beside my name 'cause words weren't quite enough. Folded it 3 times, licked the envelope, and that felt like love. An emoji would have been easier, but easier was never what they needed. Handwritten letters, ink still wet. Every smudge a thing I meant. No delete key, no unsend. Just my heart and ballpoint pen. Handwritten letters sealed with time. Every word I chose was mine in a world of red receipts and quick replies. This is me slowing down to mean it. Maybe nobody writes these anymore. Maybe that's exactly why it matters more. Somebody's gonna open their mailbox on a Tuesday and feel something a notification never could. Handwritten letters, ink still wet. Every smudge a thing I meant. No delete key, no unsend. Just my heart and ballpoint pen. This is me slowing down to mean it. Slowing down to mean it.
Somewhere between 4 and 6, the whole world turns to honey. Sidewalk glows like it's been waiting all day just to show me. Shadows getting longer, stretching out like they got nowhere else to be. And I'm walking just to walk, no steps to count, no calories. Headphones in but nothing playing, just the neighborhood soundtrack. Sprinklers and a basketball and someone grilling in the back. Little kid on a tricycle, just fully sending it down the hill. And I thought, when did I stop being that unafraid to feel the lights doing that thing again, where everything looks like a memory before it even ends. Golden hour walk, I'm disappearing into it. Every street I know looks brand new when the sun dips. No one's waiting, nothing's urgent, time's just bending soft. And I finally feel like I can breathe with every step I take. Golden hour walk, the world is warm and I'm awake. Not the wired kind, not the anxious 3 a.m. The kind where you look up and think, oh right, I get to be here. Past the house with the overgrown garden and the cat on the fence, the one that stares at me daily like we've got an arrangement. Old couple on the bench, sharing something from a thermos. Didn't say a word to each other, and it looked like perfect. The lights doing that thing again, making ordinary feel like something I should never let end. Golden hour walk, I'm disappearing into it. Every street I know looks brand new when the sun dips. No one's waiting, nothing's urgent, time's just bending soft. And I finally feel like I can breathe with every step I take. Golden hour walk, the world is warm and I'm awake. Not the wired kind, not the anxious 3 a.m. The kind where you look up and think, oh right, I get to be here. I read somewhere that golden hour only lasts 20 minutes, but I swear today it waited for me. Like the sky knew I needed a little proof that beautiful doesn't ask for anything back. Golden hour walk, I'm disappearing into it. Every street I know looks brand new when the sun dips. No one's waiting, nothing's urgent, time's just bending soft. And I finally feel like I can breathe. Alright, I get to be here. I get to be here.
Made it from scratch for the first time in forever. Too much sugar, not enough ice, honestly it's perfect. Sat down on the front step, still warm from the afternoon. Concrete holding all that sun like it saved it just for you. Neighborhood's doing that golden hour thing again. Somebody's mowing late, the smell is weirdly medicine. Two girls across the street are laughing over nothing big. and the sound of nothing big is everything I missed. Don't take a picture, don't make it a post. Some things taste better when nobody knows. Lemonade on the steps, and the day is almost gone, but I'm holding on to every sip like it's a song. Sweet and a little sour, just like the way it should be. Nothing's wrong, nothing's perfect, nothing's in a hurry. Lemonade on the steps, and the sky is turning pink, and I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm just here to drink something cold, something simple, something I made with my hands. Funny how that's all it takes to feel like I can stand. Ice is melting faster than I'm drinking, but I let it. Watered down and warm is still better than forgetting that I used to sit right here when I was 8 with sticky fingers. Same steps, different worry, same sugar on my lips still lingers. Don't check the time, don't count the glass. Some sweetness only hits you when you're not trying to make it last. Lemonade on the steps, and the day is almost gone, but I'm holding on to every sip like it's a song. Sweet and a little sour, just like the way it should be. Nothing's wrong, nothing's perfect, nothing's in a hurry. Lemonade on the steps, and the sky is turning pink, and I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm just here to drink something cold, something simple, something I made with my hands. Funny how that's all it takes to feel like I can stand. They say when life gives you lemons, but what if life already gave you the porch and the glass? What if the point was never making something of it, but just tasting what you already have? Lemonade on the steps, and the day is almost gone, but I'm holding on to every sip like it's a song. Something cold, something simple, something I made with my hands. Funny how that's all it takes to feel like I can stand. Stand.
Dust is dancing in the gold, like the room is trying to tell me something. Warm patch on the pillow where I lay, and I don't remember the last time. Morning felt like a gift I didn't ask for. Curtains doing that lazy sway, like even they're not in a rush today. There's a bird outside that won't shut up, but for once I think I kinda love it. I used to wake up reaching for my phone, but right now I'd rather reach for this. Sunlight through the curtains, painting lines across my ceiling. I forgot that this was real, I forgot that I could feel this. Sunlight through the curtains, saying hey, you're not behind, you're not late, you're not missing now, you're exactly on time. Made my bed but then got back in, 'cause the sheets still smell like lavender and skin. No agenda, no tabs open in my brain, just the radiator clicking like a slow refrain. used to think that still meant stuck. Turns out still is just enough. Sunlight through the curtains, painting lines across my ceiling. I forgot that this was real. I forgot that I could feel this sunlight through the curtains, saying, hey, you're not behind. You're not late, you're not missing out. You're exactly on time. Maybe healing isn't some big thing. Maybe it's just mornings where you breathe, and the light finds you before the noise does, and you let it, and you let it. Sunlight through the curtains, painting lines across my ceiling. I forgot that this was real. I forgot that I could feel this. You're exactly on time. Exactly on time. Exactly on time. Bell on the door hit me with that musty holy smell. Half a disco ball on a shelf next to a ceramic angel rack so packed you gotta shimmy just to get between them. Every hanger tells a story and I'm here to read them. Found a corduroy jacket somebody's grandpa had taste. Fits a little big but that's the charm, that's the whole grace. Price tag says $4 and I feel like I robbed a museum. Lady at the counter said, honey, that looks like it was made for you. Everybody's chasing new, but the best stuff already lived a life or two. Thrift store treasure, someone else's past is mine right now. $4 jacket and I feel like a million somehow. Don't need a brand, don't need a tag that says I'm worth it. The things with scratches are the ones that are the most perfect. Thrift store treasure, nothing here is trying to be cool. That's exactly why it is, that's the golden rule. Somebody let it go so I could pick it up. One person's done is another person's enough. Vinyl section in the back, someone donated their whole youth Fleetwood Mac. Next to a gospel choir, next to something I can't pronounce. Grabbed a mug that says world's best dad, cause it made me laugh out loud. I'm not a dad, but I'll drink my coffee with that energy now. Everybody's scrolling, adding to the cart online, but the dopamine is different when the treasure's hard to find. Thrift store treasure, someone else's past is mine right now. $4 jacket and I feel like a million somehow. Don't need a brand, don't need a tag that says I'm worth it. The things with scratches are the ones that are the most perfect. Thrift store treasure, nothing here is trying to be cool. That's exactly why it is, that's the golden rule. Somebody let it go so I could pick it up. One person's done is another person's enough. Maybe I'm a thrift store treasure too. A little worn, a little weird, a little used, but somebody's gonna walk in on a random afternoon and think I'm exactly what they didn't know they needed. Thrift store treasure, someone else's past is mine right now. $4 jacket and I feel like a million somehow. The things with scratches are the ones that are the most perfect. One person's done is another person's enough. Another person's enough. Another person's enough.
Keys in the ignition, no address in my head. GPS is off tonight, I'm following the sunset instead. Tanks at half, but that's enough for anywhere that matters. Turn he knows me. DJ didn't say the name, guess I'll never know it. And there's something kinda free about a song that can't be saved. No playlist, no repeat, just here and then it fades. Left arm out the window, catching air like a wing. Haven't felt this close to flying without leaving anything. Windows down, radio up, winds in my hair and I don't wanna stop. Every red light's just a chance to sing louder. Every back road's taking me exactly where I want. Windows down, radio up, this is the reset that I forgot I had. No destination, but I'm not lost, I'm just driving 'cause I can, and that's enough. Past a field of something yellow, stretching out for miles. Almost pulled over just to stand in it and feel dumb and alive. Gas station coffee in the cup, hold it going cold, but the evening air so warm it's trading temperatures with my soul. Right hand on the wheel, left hand catching nothing. Turns out nothing's what I've been needing all along. Windows down, radio up, winds in my hair and I don't wanna stop. Every red light's just a chance to sing louder. Every back road's taking me exactly where I want. Windows down, radio up, this is the reset that I forgot I had. No destination, but I'm not lost, I'm just driving 'cause I can, and that's enough. Funny how a car with no direction feels more honest than a week with every hour planned. Funny how the radio plays the right song when you finally stop asking it to. Windows down, radio up, winds in my hair and I don't wanna stop. Every red light's just a chance to sing louder. I'm just driving 'cause I can, and that's enough. 'Cause I can, and that's enough. Yeah, that's enough.
Oat milk swirling in the green like a little piece of art. Ice cubes cracking, that's my favorite sound to start. Got my tote bag and my sunglasses on crooked. No destination, that's the point, I finally took it. Walking slow like I invented, taking my time. Every stranger's dog is someone I need to say hi to. Corner bakery's got the door propped open wide, and the smell alone is reason enough to be alive. Nothing on the calendar, nothing I need to prove. Just the kind of day that moves the way I want it to. It's a nice matcha kind of day. Main character with nowhere to be. Sun on my face, straw in my drink. I'm romanticizing everything. It's a nice matcha kind of day. Farmers market flowers in a jar. Don't need a reason, don't need a plan. I'm finally living where I am. Found a bench under a tree that's doing too much. Petals falling like confetti, nature's a bit extra. Some kids laughing at a pigeon. Honestly, same simple things hit different when you're not inside a frame. Nothing on the calendar, nothing I need to chase. Just the kind of day that fits the softness on my face. It's a nice matcha kind of day. Main character with nowhere to be. Sun on my face, straw in my drink. I'm romanticizing everything. am. They said slow down, I never got it till I tasted spring in a cup and a Saturday with nothing on it. Turns out the aesthetic I've been curating was just real life, patient and waiting. It's a nice matcha kind of day, main character with nowhere to be. Sun on my face, straw in my drink. I'm romanticizing everything. I'm finally living where I am. Nice matcha kind of day. Sun went down an hour ago, but neither of us moved. Porch lights doing all the work, bugs circling like a little chandelier. You said something about your dad that you've never said out loud, and the dark made room for it the way a room never could. I told you about the job I'm scared to take, the one that means I'd move. You didn't give advice, you just sat there and let it be true. Crickets filling every pause like they're part of the conversation. And the silence wasn't empty, it was full of what we meant. No one's typing, no one's left unread, just two people sitting close enough to hear what's really said. Porch light conversations, the kind you can't have through a screen, where your voice cracks and you let it, and it doesn't feel like weak, where the truth comes out in pieces, and the pieces find their place, and nobody screenshots, nobody saves. Porch light conversations, the kind that make you stay too late, where you say the thing you've buried and it finally gets some air, and the only notification is a friend who's really there, just there. You laughed at something that wasn't funny, just to keep from crying. I said me too, and we both knew that was bigger than it sounded. Blanket on your knees, my hoodie on your shoulders. This is how you hold someone without ever reaching over. No FaceTime, no voice note, no caption underneath, just the porch and the night and the way you looked at me. Porch light conversations, the kind you can't have through a screen, where your voice cracks and you let it, and it doesn't feel like weak, where the truth comes out in pieces, and the pieces find their place, and nobody screenshots, nobody saves. Porch light conversations, the kind that make you stay too late, where you say the thing you've buried and it finally gets some air, and the only notification is a friend who's really there, just there. We used to talk like this every night when we were younger, before the group chat replaced the back porch, before we started performing our feelings for an audience. Tonight we remember what it sounds like without one. Porch like conversations, the kind you can't have through a screen, where your voice cracks and you let it, and it doesn't feel like weekend. The only notification is a friend who's really there, just there, just there, just there.
Dishes finally done, blanket folded on the couch. Porch lights off, the street is quiet now. Phone still on the shelf where I left it yesterday. 47 notifications, but they all can wait. Sunburn on my nose from somewhere between the park and the drive. Flower stems still sitting in that jar, barely alive. Corduroy jacket hanging by the door like a souvenir, proof that today was real, proof that I was here. Tomorrow the alarm comes back, the emails and the noise, but tonight I'm holding everything I found today close. See you next weekend, slow morning, open sky. See you next weekend, Matcha in the farmer's market line. I'll be back for the barefoot in the pages and the light. I'll be back for the version of myself that feels alive. See you next weekend, I promise I'll show up again, for the picnic and the letters and the dancing in the kitchen. The world can have me Monday through Friday, but the weekend is mine. Set my alarm for 7, but I might just let it ring. 5 more minutes never hurt when you've got everything. Pulled the covers up and smiled at nothing in particular, the kind of tired that only comes from living, not from working. Tomorrow I'll be back in the noise, back in the rush, but I know the quiet's there whenever it's too much. See you next weekend, slow morning, open sky. See you next weekend, Matcha in the farmer's market line. I'll be back for the barefoot in the pages and the light. I'll be back for the version of myself that feels alive. See you next weekend, I promise I'll show up again, for the picnic and the letters and the dancing in the kitchen. The world can have me Monday through Friday, but the weekend is mine. I didn't go anywhere special, I didn't spend a thing I couldn't spare, but I feel like I just came back from the longest, sweetest trip, and the destination was just learning how to care about the small things again. See you next weekend. Slow morning, open sky. I'll be back for the version of myself that feels alive. The world can have me Monday through Friday, but the weekend is mine.